Papahulihonua today. I'm the Papahulihonua researcher for Papaku Makavalu. So how many people have heard of Papaku Makavalu before? Okay, 3 people. So, Papaku Makavalu, let's start with Papaku Makavalu then. Oh, maybe I should start with myself. Okay, so I said my name is Kanahele. My maiden name is Higashi from Oahu, but my parents and my grandparents are from Maui. I come from, my grandma is Keahi Aloha from Maui, Kamakas, Ho'opi'is, and we range from Kahakuloa through Honokahua, through Honolua. That's all my people. And I came up here for college and I married Ahiena, who is Antipua Kanahele's son. And so that got me, then I started dancing with Halau Kekui. And so that's what's got me into this Papahulihonua realm. And Papaku Makavalu started, I want to say 2005. So it's been almost 2 decades. A decade, 2 decades. And Papaku Makavalu comes from Antipua. And she, one day she was reading the Kumulipo. And in the Kumulipo, after the birth of the corals, after the birth of the fishes, the birds, the people, at that time in the Kumulipo, society began to form. We got our Ali'i emerge, our Kahuna emerge, our Akua emerge. And once society began emerging, what happens is Haumea began to she began to graduate these intellectual people, and she categorized these intellectual kahuna, our smart people back in the day, into 3 papa: Papahulilani, Papahulihonua, and Papahanamoku. And the kahuna of Papahulilani studied the huli'ana of the lani, the cycles of the atmosphere. And so they studied the sun, the moon, the stars, the rainbows, the wind. Anything that happens above our headspace belongs to Papahulilani. The next set of kahuna she graduated, Ha'aivale Makahanauna Lolo, was Papahulihonua. And these kahuna studied everything that had to do with the hulihonua. So the birth of land, the pua'i'ana o Pele, yeah? So Pele, erosions, all the ocean activity, the currents, the swells, the surfs, everything that has to do with the earth and the ocean is Papahulihonua. The last papa she recognized were those that were intelligent in the reproductive cycles of the earth. So the birth and death of people, the birth and death of plants, the birth and death of bugs, what else is born? Plants, birds, animals, all of that has to do with Papahanamoku. But what is amazing about our kupuna was they knew that each papa depended on the other. So you couldn't just have a knowledge of one papa. To study the volcanic processes, you had to know the stars. You had to know what stars was above, what in our atmosphere or what in our ocean could trigger volcanic eruptions. What clouds would tell us that a tsunami is coming? All of these things. So it wasn't kuka'avale, it wasn't separate. Everything depended on each other. And so Antipua, seeing these classes of kahuna in the Kumulipo, grouped them together and created Papaku Makavalu. And so she gathered us around. I studied Papahulihonua. She picked Kale Nu'uhiva, moon goddess herself, to do Papahulilani. And we've had several people do Papahanamoku only because recording the birth of everything that's living is a tremendous task. So currently we have my sister-in-law, Hui Kanahele Mossman, studying it. Her son is her apprentice. And that's us, Papaku Makavalu. So now when I ask you, who knows Papaku Makavalu, you guys can all raise your hands. Okay? For Papaku Makavalu, our main source of information comes from our chants. Our chants are what our kupuna used before computers, before paper and pencil, before any kind of written thing. They used chants to record everything they saw in nature. So when an eruption occurred, like say the eruption last year down at Keahialaka, they would record everything they could in chants. When tsunamis comes, kaya kahina li'i, they would record everything that happened, record the stars that passed overhead, what moon phase, what season of the year. Everything went in those chants. Yeah? And so the chants are our official database, centuries and centuries of observations of our kupuna. And what's amazing, if you guys came to the hula conference, what was it, 2 years ago already? Last summer? I forget.
Last summer.
The chants that we danced to in the opening ceremony that talked about an eruption that happened in Puna hundreds of years ago when the chant was composed, happened just recently. We talked about Keahialaka, we talked about Vai Vela Vela, we talked about Kapoho in that chant. And what happened? Keahialaka erupted. The lava flowed to Vai Vela Vela, Green Lake we call it today. The lava flowed there. Powder Lake, right? Because all the evaporation. It went down to Waiopai. The chant we danced, that's hundreds and hundreds of hula people came and danced. We brought that chant alive again recently. So the chants is it's an observation of what happened in the past, but living in Hawaii here, we can see it happening over and over again. So we still have the same space. We might have concrete. We might have colonized people around us, but the chants tell us what's going to happen. We're going to see it over and over again. So for Papaku Makavalu, we depend heavily on our chants. After the chants, we look at our mo'olelo. What's different from chants and mo'olelo is that the mo'olelo gives us a time. And so some of you may know that there are about a dozen different Pele mo'olelo. Each Pele mo'olelo uses the same chants over and over again. But what's different is the haku, the composer, the writer of that particular mo'olelo, writes it from his perspective, writes it from his background, what he knows. So we have Ha'olu Mahie here, we have Poi Poi, we have Kala'i Hawola, we have Kapihe Nui, we have Navahi, we have a dozen more, Moke Manu. Did I say Hawola? We have all of them, and they write all different stories, and people ask me all the time, which one is correct? They're all correct. They're all writing from their aina, their family, and their perspective. It's their interpretation of the chants. Yeah? Atipua came out with Kahunua Ola. That's our modern interpretation of the chants. And so, the chants is number one because that's our grounding source. The mo'olelo are important because it gives us perspectives of different islands and different families. The genealogies are important. For example, speaking of different composers, in one genealogy of Pele, for Papahulihonua, we have Haumea and Kanehoalani as her father. Why? Haumea is the earth, Kanehoalani is the sun. So that tells us our people saw Pele as the miniature energy, the miniature sun up in the sky. So Pele is the Kanehoalani of our earth. Another composer will write that Pele is the child of Kanaloa. In our chants we have the line, Keiki Ehu Kama Ehu a Kanaloa, the red child of Kanaloa. That composer knew the Pele, understood the Pele as coming out of the ocean. That's why Pele is the child of Kanaloa. Another composer will tell us that Haumea is the mother and Kuahailo is the father. And this composer understood the lava as being born again of Haumea, but the father figure is Kuahailo. Kuahailo, ku of the maggot mouth. This one took me a long time to understand. Why is Pele being related with the maggot mouth? Well, fortunately, my husband recently got into Korean natural farming. And so Korean natural farming, you have to build these compost piles. What do we find in compost piles? Maggots. And so he's turning his compost pile one day full of maggots. What do these maggots and these microorganisms do? Break down the earth, break down the product. And when they break down, it's super hot. He's so excited. All this steam is rising from his pile. He's like, come, stick your hand in. I was like, ew, okay, fine. It was burning hot. And so our ancestors, our people who are Mahi'ai, knew that the maggots and the microorganisms that's breaking down this earth causes very hot steam. And so when you take that little tiny universe of the compost pile and look at the crater at large and see the steam coming out of there, the haumea and the steam, we applied that to the gods. So the kuva hailo, the maggot that's breaking down the earth, and the haumea, those forces create Pele. As another side note, what I should have said first, aside from our chants, we at Papaku Makavalu from Antipua, we look at our akua. She said it over and over if you've been there listening to her talk. We look at our akua and we translate the word akua as elements. We don't translate them as gods anymore because sometimes gods give us a different connotation of what our akua are. So if you look at our akua as elements, Kane Hoalani is the sun. Kane Hoalani is not the god of the sun. He's not a human figure holding the sun in his hand, I don't know what. Kane Hoalani is the sun. So the element is the akua. Kauila Nui Makeha Ikalani is lightning. He's not the god of lightning. He's not Zeus holding a lightning bolt on Mount Olympus throwing lightning bolts at us. He is the lightning. Pele Honua Mea is the lava. She's not, well, on one level, some of our families, on one level, she's the old tutu walking down the road with her dog asking for cigarettes. That's the surface level. On another level, she is that old lady, the young lady that we're familiar with. But on a deeper level, Pele is our lava. And so when we start to think of our akua like this, these are the elements that give us life. The sun gives us life. Kane Hoalani gives us life. Haumea gives us life. Kane and Kanaloa in there as water, that gives us life. Pele gives us life to live upon. So when we start to think of all of these things as akua, malama honua, malama aina, malama ikekai takes on a whole different meaning. You're not throwing your cigarette butts on the ground. You're throwing your cigarette butts on haumea. You're not leaving your opala there over the ocean, throwing them in the ocean. You're throwing your rubbish into Kanaloa, into our gods. And that's an important mind shift for all of us to make. Yeah? What else I was going to talk about? Yeah. So, now that was my intro. Any questions so far? So, Papahulihonua, that's my specialty. So I was thinking last night, what did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about Wakea because we're standing in the presence of Mauna Kea. But Mauna Kea, who do we know? Who is Wakea? The sky. Wakea is the sky. That's what we all grew up learning Wakea as. And so I was thinking, how can I apply Wakea to Papahulihonua? Well, let me tell you. There's a chant I learned. My very first Pele chant I learned when I came up here for college at back 2 decades ago, 3 decades ago. Oh my God. Okay, how many of you know the chant Helua Ikahikina? Fun. Helua Ikahikina. This is a Pele chant that talks about the craters that Pele digs. She starts in the east. Well, she starts in the west. She's talking about the craters in the east. Then she goes to Niihau, Kauai, Oahu, Molokai, Lanai, Maui, and she eventually makes her way to Hawaii Island. Each verse is the exact same words, but each verse changes islands. I come from Kauai, Niihau, I go to Kauai. I go to Kauai, I'm on Kauai, I go to Oahu. I'm on Oahu, I go to Molokai, etc., etc. But the verse talks about Wakea. And the line says, Aninau o Wakea o wainea kua e eline ilalo iakea. Who is this God digging below? So that kind of got me thinking, why is Wakea, whose realm is the space above us, why is he worried about who is digging below? So that question went unanswered for a few years. Keep that in your mind. So, and then for Papahulihonua, we study the chants. I found this chant called Akaluna Ikilawea. The first 5 lines is Akaluna Ikilawea, Avahine Kapu Ikalua, Kapu na Papa Elimo Kalua, Kapu Yakamohali. So at Kilauea, we have Wahine Kapu, where the steam vents are. And Kapu, Kapapa, Elima, Kalua. The 5 stratums of the Lua are Kapu. The 5, let me say it again, Kapu, Kapapa, Elima, Kalua. This is why, as another side note, we say no to geothermal. Our chants tell us, Kapu, Kapapa, Elima, Kalua. The ground below us, the 5 stratums of earth below us are Kapu. We don't dig for geothermal. Kapu, and if the Kapu, Kapapa, Elimo, Kalua is sacred, Kapu, Kapapa, Ehiala, Helkini, Helau, Hemanu, Kapu, Kapapa, of Mauna Kea. That's why we don't allow, or we don't agree to them digging 600 feet into the earth for the stupid TMT. The Papa are Kapu. So, I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay, Kapu, Kapapa, Elimo, Kalua. So we know that our ancestors recognized the 5 strata of the earth under our feet. In the text for Pele and Hi'iaka, you know, when you guys know the story, Hi'iaka goes through this whole epic journey, brings Lohi'au back. What does Pele do? She's all pissed, right? She's imagining this whole love thing going on between. She kills Lohi'au. Hi'iaka's like, fuck, I spent all this time bringing him back to Hawaii Island. So, what does Hi'iaka do? Hi'iaka is pissed. She decides to bust through the stratum of the Lua. Only an Akua can bust through the stratum. She goes into the crater, pounds with her feet, uses her pa'u. She breaks the first stratum of the layer. What happens? There's an earthquake. She looks around for the Lohi'au spirit. She cannot find him. She busts through the set. She goes down to the next Papa, busts it. Nothing. There's no one there. This time, aside from just the Mauna Kilauea shaking, the Moku shakes. Kuna holo ka'u. She busts through Papa e Kolu. Huge, more earthquakes. The whole island is shaking. She finally gets to Kapapa Elima, the 5th stratum. What does our kupu na ho'uluma here, he's the one that wrote this, what does he tell us she finds there? She finds a vahi called Lalo Imehani, Lolo Imehani, or Lolo Imehani. It's different in different sources. Lalo Imehani, according to Ho'olumahihi, is the home of Wakea and Papahana Moku. What? What? I grew up believing, you guys grew up believing, Wakea is the sky. Why is his home 5 stratums down under the earth? His house is beautiful. Ki pai pai ia, thatched with all the colors of the rainbows of the bird feathers. Pai humu ia kalai, padded with la'i. All the akua there surrounding. Wakea, so Ho'olumahihi is telling us Wakea's home is 5 stratums beneath the earth. So that tells us what's above, the space above, which is Wakea, is mirrored below in the earth. We have other stories that tell us the sun, Kane Ho'alani, travels the sky, and when it sets, it travels under the ground to rise up again the next morning. That's the Wakea space below us. Okay, so Wakea is not only above, Wakea is now below our feet. For Papahulihonua, that's what we believe. So what I wanted to do is teach us that chant Helua I Kahikina. So we can all say, so each of us can chant to Wakea and honor his space above and honor his space below. I was gonna start airdropping this to people, so if you wanna turn on your airdrop. And then once you guys get it airdropped, you can start airdropping it to people. see people waiting with airdrops. You guys can airdrop. Aku airdrop mine. So on this paper, the first chant with the 5 lines, that's the beginning of Akaluna Kilauea. But this one in the middle is Helua Ikahikina. So this chant, we started kind of slow. This is the first verse. I'll just read it for you. Helua ikahikina wa ena e pele ke ha olo olo e la keau ke lele la iluna ilalo ka veve ka o ilalo ia kea anina o wa kea o waine aku eli nei o wau no o pele nana yeli aku kalua ini ihau a. Everybody have it? So you see the first line hikina is underlined, and in the last line ihau is underlined. So when we say the second verse, oh, can people start airdropping whoever got it?
How do I turn the airdrop on?
I just
search
settings, general, airdrop.
I'm trying to
Settings, general, airdrop. Oh, I was going one by one, one by one.
How come mine says receiving off?
Okay, so I have in the first line hikina underline, and in the last line, the last line of that pauku, ni'ihau is underlined. So on and so forth. And then as we say each verse, we kind of PE in intensity too. So the first one's kind of calm. We can start it calm. Helua ikahikina wa ena e pele ke ha olo olo e la keau ke lele la iluna ilalo ka veve ka o ilalo ia kea anina o wa kea o waine a kueli nei o vauno o pele nana yeli aku kalua ini hau a. Go up. Helua ini hau wa ena e pele ke ha olo olo e la keau ke lele la iluna ilalo ka veve ka o ilalo ia kea anina o wa kea o waine a kueli nei o vauno o pele nana yeli aku kalua I kauai a. Helua I kauai wa ena e pele, and so on and so forth. Oh, no more oxygen up here. So as soon as you memorize the pauku, all you gotta think in your mind is the map of the islands and go down the map. And that's Pele going from up in the west towards the east. Niihau, Kauai, Oahu, Molokai, Lanai, Maui. And then if you notice next, this kind of places you when this chant was written. Because instead of saying Hawaii, we say Hue Hue. Hue Hue, Hue Hue is a crater up on Hualalai. And so that tells us that possibly Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa, Kilauea hasn't even been born yet. This chant stopped at Hue Hue. Yeah, so maybe we gotta continue after Hue Hue, we gotta go go circuit. Start with Kohala, Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa, Kilauea, Hu'o'o. Okay, so let's try it together. We can go slow. We could just do the first pauku. Ready? Helua ikahikina wa ena e pele ke ha olo olo e la keau ke lele la iluna ilalo ka veve ka o ilalo ya kea aninau o a kea o vai nea kua eli nei o vau no o pele nana I eli aku kalua I hau a. Oh, we go translate them. There is a crater in the east. Pele, the lava is hot, ena. Ke ha olo olo e la kea. Ha olo olo is like a big rumbling sound. The owl, the clouds, everything above is rumbling. Kelele la iluna ilalo, jumping, soaring, above, below. Ka veve ka o'o ilalo iakia, the o'o, the digging stick, cracks down. Ilalo, iakia, and broadens, widens that space. Anina owakea, wakea asks, Ovainea kueline, who is this element, who is this deity digging my space, into my space? Ovau no o Pele, it is I, Pele. Nana ieli aku kalua I Ni'ihau. She is the one digging the crater at Ni'ihau. Then we go to each island. Okay, we ready? Okay, go. Helua ini. Oh, wrong. Sorry. Now I read it. Helua ikahikina wa ena e Pele ke ha olo olo e la keau Kelele la iluna ilalo ka veve ka o ilalo ia kea. Aninau o a kea o wainea kueli nei o vau no o Pele. Nana ieli a kalua i hau a second verse. He lua i hau wa ena e Pele. Ke ha olo e la keau. Kelele la iluna ilalo ka veve ka o ilalo ia kea. Aninau o a kea o wainea kueli nei o vau no o Pele. Nana ieli a kalua I Kauai a. He lua I Kauai wa ena e Pele. Ke ha olo e la keau. Kelele la iluna ilalo ka veve ka o ilalo ia kea. Aninau o a kea o wainea kueli nei o vau no o Pele. Nana ieli a kalua I o ahu a. He lua I o ahu wa ena e Pele. Ke ha olo e la keau. Kelele la iluna ilalo ka veve ka o ilalo ia kea. Aninau o a kea o wainea kueli nei o vau no o Pele. Nana ieli a kalua I Molokai a. He lua I Molokai wa ena e Pele. Ke ha olo e la keau. Kelele la iluna ilalo ka veve ka o ilalo ia kea. Aninau o a kea o wainea kueli nei o vau no o Pele. Nana ieli o kalua I Ana ia. He lua I lana I wa ena e Pele. Ke ha olo e la keau. Kelele la iluna ilalo ka veve ka o ilalo ia kea. Aninau o a kea o wainea kueli nei o vau no o Pele. Nana ieli a kalua I Maui a. He lua I Maui wa ena e Pele. Ke ha olo e la keau. Kelele la iluna ilalo ka veve ka o ilalo ia kea. Aninau o a kea o wainea kueli nei o vau no o Pele. Nana ieli a kalua I hue a. Okay, wait. Who is at the end? So this papaku, we're gonna cut it in half. Oh, I wrote it down here. Line 57. Eluai hue wa ena e Pele. Ke ha olo e la keau. Kelele la iluna ilalo ka veve ka o ilalo ia kea. Eli kaumai. No more breath. So that is my gift to you. Learn the words of this chant and we could chant them together one day. You just gotta remember what island you're on. Any questions? Anybody? That's all I have. No questions? Across the street.
Oh, I have a question. So do they talk about, so we have they have stratospheres or layers below. I would guess that they talk about layers above.
Yeah, so if you come to Kaleno Ohiwa's class tomorrow, so we have 5, and then my Makaliki friends can help me, but we have 5 stratums that Kaleno taught me that they measure it with your hands, yeah, from the horizon, and we have, that's not my papa, we have Apapa Nu'u, Apapa Lani, Apapa, help!
Come class tomorrow.
Come class, yeah, there's 5. And then we have the zenith at top, the thumb points up, is the zenith.
So is there any chants about breaking through those?
Yes.
Okay.
She get them.
Okay. Oh.
I know her class is tomorrow. I think the 2 o'clock, 2:30, 4:30.
Okay, so Pele went down 5 layers, Hale of Wakea, or Papa and Wakea. So on the flip, the reflect, the upper up here. Are they same layer then? I mean, that's the same Hale down there,
I would think so, yeah. I would think
because
it's
how we go sky and it's kind of separated, but not really. Then that's the same and that's the same.
Oh, and then when Hiyako was at that 5th layer busting through, she's super pissed. Pele finally woke up and paid attention because the first one she's like, Hiyako cannot get through. The second one, whatever, she cannot get through. By the time she reached the 5th layer, she realized how serious her sister was. She cracked it a little bit and Pauopalai Wahine Omaoma pulled her back. They appealed to her Kapualoha, pulled her back. And what happened was there was a little crack left, and that's why the lake, they say that's why the lake in Halima'uma'u drained. And we saw that happen with Kahialaka. We had this lava lake in there. It drained, it moved down to Kahialaka. And so our stories will tell us that that's what happens. What's happening? The Tongans, let's go!